Welcome back. You are tuned in to IBL, inspired by Onika, speaking on life and inspiring people. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode. This is Get Your Laugh On, number 13 in the series, and this is episode 49. And today we're going to talk about, first we're going to start with scary movies. So if you're a person who, you're afraid of the dark, or you know that scary movies, they're not really a thing, but you figure, I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to watch this anyway. So a couple of things. So about that, if you're going to watch a scary movie and you're home alone, while you're in the house with all the lights off, right? You're scared of the dark. You're not really into scary movies, but you're sitting there in the dark watching a scary movie while you're home alone. And then you wonder why you have nightmares. Then, that night, it's like, okay, why would you purposely set yourself up for that? I don't understand. That is crazy. That's like if you have a fear of clowns, but yet you go watch a movie, that movie by Stephen King, It. Now that's a scary looking clown. Why would you watch that if you have a fear of clowns? That's not what you want to do. Okay. So we're going to move over to the express lanes when you go to the supermarket. Right. So, how the supermarket, they have the self-checkout, then they have the regular lanes, then they have the express lanes, which usually is 10 items or less. So the whole idea for that express is supposed to be faster, but a lot of times it ends up being longer. And that's because you get this one person rolling up to the line. They got like 20, 25 items. Knowing good and well, they got too many items. Now, if you rolling up to the line with a cart full of stuff, but everybody else in the line, they're just carrying their stuff. Like they might have a little basket with a couple of things, or they don't even have a basket. They're just holding the items that they're trying to get in line to pay for. But here you come rolling up with a cart. It's half full. Good and well, you got too many items. Then when the cashier say, excuse me, you have too many items, can you move over to the next line, to the next cashier? Then you got the nerve to get an attitude. Come on now. Just like you trying to get in and out of the store. Well, I think everybody else in line, they trying to do the same thing. And then you get mad when they call you out and say, excuse me, this is 10 items or less and you got about 25 things, so, and please tell me that you're not that person. Please tell me that you're not that person. So then we're going to move over to a smart refrigerator or like a smart TV, things like that. So the thing about this, let me start with the smart refrigerator. So you want a refrigerator that you just plug it up, and it's going to get cold. You put your stuff in, the refrigerator, you put your stuff in the freezer, and you have the ice maker, and it, pours the water. So you don't want to have to spend a day or two trying to program the refrigerator, the smart refrigerator, just so you can get a glass of water, a cup of ice. Okay. So they call these things smart appliances and stuff like that, but who has that kind of time? It's like you have to program the refrigerator just so you can get some ice or get a cold glass of water. I'm sorry, but here's my thing with that. Just get a regular refrigerator, go to the dollar store, get you the ice trays, you fill them up with water, you put them in the freezer, let them freeze, and there you have your ice. Okay. Instead of having to get a manual, okay, to figure out how to work the thing, that's kind of crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Just like a smart TV. It's like you have to answer a questionnaire. You have to do a survey just to be able to watch a program. I mean, ain't that crazy? Like, just plug the thing in, turn it on, and just find something you want to watch. But no, they got to ask you what language you speak, what your preferences are, what kind of shows or movies you like. And, it's cool, if you want to, if they make it optional, like you can skip it. But most of the time, you have to go through the whole questionnaire. It takes about 30 minutes, 45 minutes just to answer all the questions. All you want to do is watch a show. That's it. But no, they want you to go through all this stuff. They got to ask you for an interview every time. Like, that's crazy to me. All right. So now we're going to talk about taxes. So the funny thing about when you file your taxes, so you know that when you can start early, usually the people that file their taxes early are usually the ones they know they're getting some money back. They already know they're getting a refund. They like, okay, where's my stuff? Let me get all my papers together. But the ones have to pay back. Usually they wait until the last day, that last month to file because they like, well, I ain't in no rush. I got to pay back. So I'm not in no rush to do that. So I'm going to just wait. I'm good. I'm going to wait. You ever notice that? I mean, it's crazy because it's like, if you already know, like, okay, I know I owe this year. So yeah, you're going to wait till the last minute. But now here's the other thing too about taxes is that a lot of times, especially when you know you're getting a refund, a lot of times you spend that money before you even get it. You already know while you filling out your forms or, if you have somebody doing for you, you already know, well, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to do this with my money, I'm going to do that. The money is spent before you even get it. Why is that? Why do we do that? I mean, my thing is, especially, I could see if you say, okay, well, when I get my money, I'm going to save this amount or I'm going to invest a little bit of it. And, I'm going to buy myself or treat myself to something. But it's like, there's a lot of people, they already know when they get their refund, they're going to buy some new clothes, they're going to buy some new shoes. They might even use it for a down payment on a new car. Just stuff, like material stuff. But I feel like, and this is just me, I feel like when if you know you're going to get a refund, use that's money right there that you can set aside, save it for a rainy day, put it in an interest bearing account or something. Do something like that, but it's like, no, it's like that money is spent before it even hits your bank account. And that's some crazy stuff. Like, wow, I don't get that. But anyway, so that's the episode today about scary movies, the express lanes at the supermarket, these smart appliances, smart refrigerators, TVs, and about taxes. So, and I do want to say, I know it's been a long time in between episodes. I'm going to try and get it together. But I'll be back again with another episode. More than likely, the next one is going to be Poetry Flip. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to do. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. This is number 13 in the Get Your Laugh On series. And this is episode 49. And I know that last one about taxes is really not a funny thing. It's funny, but it's not. So that one was, a little bit more serious. But, I hope you got a laugh with the other things. So we all need that laughter in our life. We can't take things too seriously with everything going on in the world. Let's try to lighten it up. All right. So thank you again for listening. And until next time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the IBO podcast. You can hear this and all episodes on the Podbean app, YouTube, and Spotify. Until next time, stay well and be blessed.